The right is playing fast and loose with facts and scapegoating everyone under the sun, especially black and brown people. As a white man, I do not agree with this, and I am on my black and brown brothers and sisters' side. Fight the good fight. Know that I am part of the resistance. Let's fight the power.
Our freedom of speech is freedom of death. We got to fight the powers that be.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got your black.
Hey, so I'm calling your show, 'cause I need to know. Show me which way to go before I throw my man out the door.
Okay, hold on a second, Keisha. Just let me ask Ronald exactly what's going on, because it takes two to tango, and I need to hear his side of the story.
So she's driving me insane, got stress heavy on my brain. She keeps playing silly games, man, I'm about to bring the pain. We seem to fuss and fight every day and every night. Please give some advice so we can see the light, see the light.
And I didn't like the way that I felt by responding to each person. And I think that that is what comes with, if we're talking about purpose and being in alignment with God, some of that comes with the process. And to me, it's not so much about trolls. It's about, do you have the capacity to be misunderstood?
That's good.
It ain't nothing. It don't have anything to do with trolls or people just want to be negative. Like, that's life. Like,
yeah, that's part of it.
My journey has nothing to do with the people that disagree with what I'm saying on social media. It's more about, can you continue to walk this walk when there are going to be a lot of people that support you, but when the noise gets very loud and there are people that don't understand you, they don't know your character, they don't know how passionate you are about helping people, they don't even know your story, because that's the other thing. People say, oh, she ain't been through nothing, she must not know what it's like to experience trauma. Can you continue to walk your walk without feeling like you have to like explain to people so that they can understand you? So when I say I lack the capacity, like, I'm like, whoa, this is very new for me. So that's one piece of it. And I think I do, because the other day someone was like, you're over explaining yourself in the comments. No, I don't think it's about over explaining. There are a lot of people that are curious about what I'm saying. Absolutely. I have the capacity to take the time to talk to people that are willing to learn, and I have the discernment to decide that maybe your intentions are not in the right place and I won't engage in that comments, but I engage in the comments.
Man, y'all know her now. Y'all should know who that is by now. That's Raquel Hopkins. And she's a clinician, but she's a capacity clinician. Someone who deals with resilience. Lord have mercy. We about to cook with the rarest grease and the rarest ingredients on the VOR. The Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams is live from Leimert Park. You already know what it is. Little Africa town in LA. Y'all should know that by now. But guess what? Another topic. One that is very important for us to discuss. But before I break it down, I brought help. I brought backup. Somebody said I wasn't black yesterday. They said, Zoe ain't black. Is Zoe black? Yeah. She said, "Are you too harsh on our people, man?" I said, "I got to whoop us." I'm sorry now. We got work to do. But I brought in someone who's very near and dear to my heart. I don't know. How long have you been listening?
I'm not sure.
It's been... Oh, my God. It's a long time since I was on the Foxhole.
I was going to say you were somewhere else.
With Jamie Foxx, Sirius XM. Yeah. All right. So I brought her in because she's a spiritual advisor who has advised me on numerous... You know, I don't listen to people. I don't even listen to her. She tell me, "Hey, now don't do this."
That's
and then,
not true. You do listen.
And then I go do something else. And she said, "I told you now." But when I tell you, she is the real deal.
Thank you.
Precious McGill is in the building. Are y'all ready to cook? Precious, talk to these people today. First off, I want you to go to her website, www.withprecious. Book a session, book a reading. These are things that I have done these things. When I tell you, I only know she's right because I've done something different. She tell me what to do, I do something different, and then I go back. I'm telling you.
That's how you learn.
That's okay. So, withprecious.com, that's her website. And I want you guys to go cash mob her. Yes, cash mob. Black folk supporting black businesses. Don't act like you guys ain't out there getting readings from folk. Come get one from a real one. That's my admonishment to the folks. She's going to jump into these topics with us today. And today's topic is crazy. But really quickly, Precious, say hi to the folks.
Hi, folks.
She's a twin. She's a mom. Listen, she's amazing. And I'm just happy to have her here. And she's been on KBLA before.
Yes.
You were on Dr. Jashana Johnson's show.
Yes.
Yes. She's amazing, man. And if you've seen her on Dr. J's show, man, you guys are in for a treat tonight. Oh, also, before we get even further, her services are free for people who were just released from prison.
Yes.
So if you just did time, you just got out, you could reach out to Precious to get some insight, on which direction you should take.
That's
and
true.
Trust me, don't do like I do and not listen to the advice. Don't do me. But trust me, she is someone you definitely want to have in your corner. So if you just got out of prison, go to her website, withprecious.com.
That link's not live yet. Before the link goes
Oh,
live, you can catch me on Phenomenal Change on IG, and you can inbox me, and we can go from there.
Let's get it. Phenomenal Change
Yes.
on IG. Everybody in my chat, people in my chat are listening.
Good.
Go do it.
Yes.
Okay, now let's get to the topic. This is a deep topic. My niece sent it to me, and I thought it was very interesting. My niece is a millennial. The millennials are struggling, but she's a gem, right? You and no one else. Examining the spirit of poverty, i.e. scarcity, behind your intimate manifestations. We live in a culture of I deserve this, I deserve better, this didn't happen, I should have this, this is supposed to go down, blah, blah, blah. Can we manifest the wrong partner, or is the desire wrong in the first? You help me understand, Precious.
Well, first of all, thank you for having me. I really appreciate you. Anytime you've shown me love, I appreciate it. But in the pursuit of your spirituality or knowing your reasons for being, there really are no wrong choices. Even your mistakes are divine, should you learn, right? And you'll do it as many times as you need to learn what it is you're learning. So even if your picker is broke, that's all right, because there's an opportunity there.
So it's really not broken.
No, it's not.
And every relationship that you engage in ultimately is for you in the sense that it's supposed to up-level you in some way.
Absolutely, in some way. And the only relationship you're really ever having is the one that you're having with yourself. You're experiencing people through that lens of self.
So why are we so hard on people when they break us, when they hurt us, when they betray us, when they lie to us, when they cheat on us, when they fight us? Why are we so harsh?
Well, that's because some people are still in the space where they're not awakened yet, and they are automating or on the hamster wheel. When you wake up, even when you have things that don't bring you joy, you can still extract the message from that for yourself. So at a certain stage in your evolution of self, you won't have those experiences like this one did that to me. It's really about how you showed up and what you attracted and what the meaning or the message is for you.
But so many people push back on that. I didn't choose abuse.
Yeah.
I didn't choose neglect. Some people see that as some type of negative prophecy or spell someone is speaking over their lives. But the reality of it is, and I know you can speak to this, relationships are inherently spiritual. And the spiritual lessons that you're learning, they're really not for your partner.
They're for you. Yeah.
Talk to me about
Yes.
this. Why? How did we lose this knowledge?
Well, I think the point of losing knowledge is in your infancy, your literal infancy, when you're a baby. That's why babies can't talk. They come here knowing everything. And you have to unlearn so that you can learn the ways of the world. And then when you wake up spiritually, then you have to unlearn again.
You telling me the baby is hip and the adult is not.
That's exactly what I'm telling you. That's why they can't talk.
Oh my God! Imagine if a baby told you how they was.
But then, what would the purpose be?
Oh my
We
goodness.
come here for the pain, and I'm not saying be masochistic and chase the pain, but when you're running from it, you're actually running to it.
Say more, please. Expound on that.
It's the pattern. The lesson that you're having is not for another person. Sure, they can be guilty of these things, of imposing toxicity or trauma on us, but there's something inside of our soul that is reaching for the lesson in that connection. That's why you may have abuse with one partner, you leave that partner, you get with another partner, it's very similar abuse. That pattern is about you, not the other people. Sure, they may be wrong, but where are you right?
So you're telling me the patterns that exist within us. Please correct me if I'm wrong.
No.
The patterns that exist within us are psycho-spiritual magnets that call in the lesson because you running from it, not knowing that you're running to it. Oh. Hey, listen. Hey. Who ready for this work tonight? The voice of reason is on complete fire. I'm in here with spiritual advisor Miss Precious. Precious is in the building. If you want to talk to her, all you got to do is get on the phone line. The number to dial is 1-800-920-1580. Now, I'm going to say this now. Just ask her one question. Don't ask 11 questions. Just one question. 1-800-920-1580. When we come forward, more with Precious.
Relationships. Got you confused? Need some straight talk? This is where you get the unfiltered truth about love, relationships, and everything in between. He breaks down relationship dynamics with no-nonsense wisdom and practical advice that actually works. Tackling the questions you're afraid to ask and giving you the answers you need to hear. You're inside the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580. KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580 reminds you, when we fight, we win. The Youth Justice Coalition is challenging America's addiction to incarceration and discrimination. YJC works to dismantle policies leading to mass incarceration, law enforcement violence, and the school-to-prison pipeline. Their approach, transformative justice, community intervention, free LA high school, legal defense, and system monitoring. YJC promotes safety without relying on prisons. Their goal, prevent system contact and help people exit the system through direct action, advocacy, and education. Want to get involved or need help? Call 323-235-4243. That's 323-235-4243. Join YJC in creating change. When we fight, we win. KBLA Talk 1580, your voice for justice. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
With a KBLA Talk 1580 editorial, I'm Dr. Nicolai Corte. Let's preserve black land stories before they're lost forever. I want to personally invite you to be a part of something historic. As journalist in residence for the Black Land Lost Narrative Archive Project, I've joined forces with powerhouse attorney and social justice champion George Fothery, the man who helped make history by delivering justice to the Bruce family in Manhattan Beach, securing the first known return of land unjustly taken from black owners by a local government. That victory was monumental, but it was just the beginning. For generations, black families have acquired land through grit, faith, and determination, only to lose it through violence, legal loopholes, forced sales, and systematic racism. What's been taken goes far beyond dirt and deeds. It's the erasure of wealth, identity, and legacy. That's why we've launched the Black Land Lost Narrative Archive Project, a national effort to collect, protect, and preserve the stories of black land lost before they're buried, forgotten, or erased altogether. Because there's power in telling black stories, there is resistance in remembering, and there's justice in being seen and heard. This is where you come in. We're inviting you to be a part of this historic black narrative archive. If you or someone you know has experienced land loss, displacement, or forced property sales, your story deserves to be heard and remembered. Your story belongs in this archive. Your truth matters not just to your family, but to our collective future. Visit blacklandlost.org today. Fill out our simple intake form and add your voice to the National Archive of Remembrance, Resilience, and Reckoning. Let's make these stories live on, not in whispers, but on the record. With a KBLA Talk 1580 editorial, I'm Dr. Nicolai Corte, and as always, we welcome your feedback.
You know you want some more. It's the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
We are exactly who we believe ourselves to be, and we can reprogram ourselves at any time. We are the architects and co-creators of our reality. And when we understand that, we develop confidence. And then when you develop the confidence, you start moving in the ease. And that ease is a frequency. That ease is the alignment. That ease is the knowing. We just knew that we were going to sit down and have this moment. We didn't know when, in, we let it out into the universe. But for a lot of us, we don't trust in our ability. We don't trust in our capacity. The universe didn't say no. The government didn't say no. Our energy said no. We are not doing the work to uncover the spiritual dis-ease and the spiritual diagnosis, because there's a spiritual dis-ease and diagnosis for everything. But that requires a lot of accountability. And I think that's why the conversation is so triggering for people, because then you have to talk about, how did I bring this emotion on to myself? It's about time that the collective starts talking more about energetics and our auric field and the information that our subconscious and our conscious mind emanates into the world.
Man, the Hood Healer with women. That's the name of the podcast, the Hood Healer.
I love it.
We are exactly who we believe ourselves to be. I'm sitting in here with my good friend, my homegirl, and she's a cold-blooded spiritual advisor. Precious McGill is on deck with us tonight. I have something and I want to get your opinion on.
Okay.
Before you trade another piece of your soul for a coupon of approval, before you kneel at the altar of someone else's validation, before you mortgage your birthright in the auction house of affection, you owe you. You do not owe the past. You do not owe the tribe. You do not owe the broken empire of shoulds and musts. Not the algorithm that profits on longing. You owe you. Now, a lot of people are taking psychological terms, misusing them, and they're taking metaphysical terms.
Absolutely.
And misusing them. On this show, we are the nexus between the two. So now the question becomes, how have people misused the term relationship is a mirror? Because I see it as a contradiction to say in passing, or you want to sound deep, oh, you know, relationship is a mirror. We're mirroring each other, and then turn around and say, I deserve better. To me, is that a contradiction of sorts?
Not really, because the I deserve better is not about the other person. You deserve better from within.
Ooh.
If you don't go within, you'll go without. And let's address this part about always wanting to be in a space of joy. Always wanting to be, with their people's confused state of happiness. Happiness is not ecstasy, it's peace. And peace is attainable regardless of what is happening in your moment. So once people get out of that pursuit of always wanting to feel the experience of ecstasy and joy, then you can do your work, because doing the work is very painful. And so if you can look at your partner and say, I deserve better, the truth is you're correct, but not from a person, from yourself.
So this is deep. We got the intrapersonal relationship.
Yes.
And we have the interpersonal relationship.
Yes.
And many people have neglected the intrapersonal relationship. And instead of deserving and asking for more from the relationship with yourself, we tend to outsource that and ask more from the person. Is that where this seeming contradiction lies?
I believe so. I believe so. But we're socialized to perceive relationship and pursue relationship in a certain way based on your environment, your social circle. Right. It sends the cue for what you should look for. And a lot of times we be judging people that are sent from the divine to bless us.
No, you're going to have to dig into that
okay.
one. Wait, we turn around and judge the healer, the helper, the one that illuminates what you've been trying to hide? Is that what you're saying?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Talk to me about that.
Yeah, everybody is a teacher. Right? And the teacher is the student as well. But when you are perceiving people and you have something negative to say about everyone in your contact, that's about you. It's about the change you need to make. And it's inevitable that at some point you will begin to choose people that don't look like you, that don't talk like you, and don't come from the things that you experience. So finding dissatisfaction in your circle is not a bad thing, but it is an indicator of the work that you need to do and the change that you need to bring about internally. Everybody's toxic. Well, what does that say about you?
Because you part of everybody.
How about that? And how are you vibrating that? That is your experience. You know, if a woman says something like, men are always disrespectful to me. Sister, how are you vibrating? Because they're very kind to me. They're very helpful. This is the vibration that I'm tuned into internally. And so I experience it externally often. Sometimes when I go places, people, they say things like, I just feel better when I'm around you. I just feel like crying. That has everything to do with the relationship that I have with myself. That's my vibrational experience internally. So if everybody is bad, you got work to do.
You got work to do. Come on.
Yeah.
You only see what you are. Oh, my goodness. True or false? Alignment is not comfortable, nor is harmony.
The process of coming into alignment is uncomfortable.
Come on.
The process of becoming harmonious is uncomfortable because you have to examine we can't curse on here, right?
Your stuff, ish.
You have to examine your ish.
Right.
It's not stuff, it's ish.
It's ish.
You have to examine it. You have to be willing to do your internal work. And ask yourself, why am I attracting this in my experience constantly from since I was a child?
Right.
Nobody loves me. Nobody chooses me. People talk about me. Why? Is it because there's something in there that you need to change? Or is there something in there that is rubbing people the wrong way because they're unwilling to wake up? What is it?
Or is there something in there you need to choose that you refuse to choose, and you want to outsource the choice by being chosen? Could that be an issue?
That is a part. Absolutely.
Ooh, Lord have mercy. The fire is hot up in here. When we come forward, you already know what it is. We're going to talk to the nation.
He's on fire tonight. It's the Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams, exclusively on KBLA Talk 1580.
I'm Amber Payton with BIN News Now. President Trump now says he will not deploy the National Guard to Chicago despite recent threats. Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker and Chicago's Black Mayor Brandon Johnson had pushed back, insisting the city is not in crisis.
We take these threats seriously, and we find ourselves in a position where we must take immediate, drastic action to protect our people from federal overreach.
Pritzker says such a move would be illegal. New Orleans Black Mayor LaToya Cantrell has pleaded not guilty to federal wire fraud and corruption charges tied to an alleged affair with her former security chief. A judge ordered her to surrender her passport while she maintains the relationship was professional. And Maryland Congressman Kwesi Mfume and Senator Angela Alsobrooks are pushing a bill to cut costs for asthma inhalers and lung therapies. Alsobrooks says no one should have to choose between rent, food, and breathing. Get BIN News Now on demand 24/7 on the iHeartRadio app.
Experience adventure at Palm Springs Aerial Tramway. Ride the world's largest rotating tram car. Explore over 50 miles of scenic trails in pristine wilderness. Dine at 8,500 feet with awe-inspiring views and get that perfect souvenir. Adventure at its peak. Learn more at pstramway.com.
Hey, KBLA 1580 delegation, your health matters to us. We know that information is power, especially when it comes to prevention and treatment. That's why we're proud to introduce the brand new KBLA Health and Wellness Hub. This online spaces built just for you.
.org, or for more info, just call California's Help Center or visit cwdb.ca.gov or call 916-657-1440. For the City of Los Angeles programs, go to ewdd.lacity.gov or call 213-744-7300. All these services are free to help you get your next job. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
This is Secret Clinical dominating extra stinky stress sweat. And this is regular deodorant. Secret Clinical in a heat wave. Oh, what a beautiful day. This is regular deodorant. Ugh, I can't. Secret Clinical with workout sweat. Let's run another marathon. And regular deodorant. How much more? Secret is the GOAT because nothing fights sweat better.
Stay fresher under pressure.
My mom has decided to learn to paint, and she's good.
My dad's now into creative cuisine, and I've already put on 6 pounds.
Learning new things comes with age.
My mom, she started forgetting my name and what we're talking about.
Forgetting well-known things doesn't. Memory loss may be a sign of Alzheimer's disease. Early detection gives you and your loved one time to plan for the future. Learn the warning signs of Alzheimer's at 10signs.org. Brought to you by the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
Are you ready to be a part of the conversation that will help shape our nation's future? Get ready to join us for the Left Coast Forum, Saturday, October 25th at LA Trade Tech, where progressive voices will come together to tackle the issues that matter most to working families across Los Angeles and beyond. From economic justice to climate action, from healthcare to housing, we're bringing together the brightest minds and most passionate advocates for real solutions and real change. With workshops, 2 major keynote addresses, and a closing reception with great music and good food. It's the Left Coast Forum, where your voice matters and your ideas take action. Saturday, October 25th at LA Trade Tech. Brought to you by KBLA Talk 1580 and the LA Progressive. The future won't wait, and neither should you. Mark your calendar now to be there and be heard. Stay tuned to KBLA Talk 1580 for more details.
This is KBLA Talk 1580. Talk radio. That's music to your ears. We're unapologetically progressive. KBLA Talk 1580. You're listening to the voice of reason with Zoe Williams. Only on KBLA Talk 1580.
Check this. I excel, they fell. I said, well, hell. L can yell and make them melt like gel. I signed the contracts, the bills are stacked. Play the role or fall. I stand tall, you're small. In fact, step aside, you might get fried by the super technique that the rapper applied. As a matter of fact, the impact will distract your attention away from the rest who say they can mess with Cool J, the best, and 2J, your best, cause the rhymes are so funky fresh. I'm a attack smack and make them stand back, black strong as cognac. I got the knack to rhyme to the rhythm of this and give them a gift that's swift. Other rappers are stiff and don't rip with Mr. Smith, cause that ain't safe. I get you wide open like an uncut ape. I write to fight, don't bite to reach heights. Mike makes right, give me the spotlight so I can prove the man is my...
Everything that I do, I'm receiving something. Otherwise, my cup will always be empty. Who wants to just always be empty? Like, I gotta go find somewhere to go fill me up, or I'm putting pressure on the people that love me to fill me back up because I've chosen to do things that don't fuel me on a soul level, that don't set me on fire, that don't excite me. Like, I've chosen to do that, so then I put pressure on other people. We have to be more responsible for the energy we're putting off on others, because if my cup is empty, somebody has to help me refill it, or I have to do a whole lot of work. Somebody has to plug into me with their beautiful battery and raise my vibration back up because I've allowed it to be drained. I think it's important for us to take more of a radical responsibility for how we're even treating the people that love us.
Yeah.
You know, like we go out and we give our best to everybody, and then we're at home and we're depleted. We don't have anything left for our kids. We don't have anything left for our partners. We don't have anything left for ourselves. I want something left for myself. I don't have to give everything. And I used to feel like that because I thought that I was supposed to. But now I just was like, well, who told me that? Who said that that is true? Who said that I have to love everybody?
Man, hey, listen. The voice of reason is not playing with y'all tonight. A serious thing is happening and has happened for a long time. Relationship has become a worthiness marketplace. This is not good. Worthiness comes from within. Right? You can't outsource worthiness. This is why tonight's topic is what it is. You owe you, not them. They reflect you, and you're supposed to take that reflection and then make the correction. Oh, Lord have mercy. If intimacy functions as a marketplace, what currency are you trading? Your authenticity, your wounds, or your illusions? Do you overgive as a strategy to buy love or as a disguised refusal to face your own hunger? Christ alive. Listen to that. How often do you equate sacrifice with love, when in reality it may be disguised negotiations with scarcity? Do you see? Listen, you are the answer, have been the answer. Their partner is the question. Why do you withhold the answer? Precious, why do we withhold the answer? Why do we think the person is the answer?
Well, I mean, a part of that is the divine design, right?
Mm-hmm.
People make the statement, oh, I didn't ask to be born. You did.
Ooh.
You asked to be born, where you were born, in the circumstances that you were born, and the people that you were born to. Your soul lined up for the particular pain that was necessary for the evolution of your highest expression. You might not reach that in this lifetime. You may become over-identify with your humanness and then begin to experience deep depression, feeling off course or lost because you are. But there's no judgment in that. So some people are over-identifying with their human experience. So that's why it's, they did this to me, and look how people treat me. And spirituality and not religiosity.
There's a difference.
Yes. Religion is when we follow the messenger. Spirituality is where we attune ourselves to the message. And that's a different process. So when you over-identify with your humanness, you will be stuck on societal norms. I need to be in a relationship with this type of person that looks this way and gives me this and has a 401k and drives this. You're not even dating the person. The person is the spirit. And
no. Hold on. No. Spirit dating. I need.
There it is.
Come on.
There it is.
Where's spiritharmony.com?
Okay.
Listen.
All right.
How? Please explain. Go unpack that. How does one engage in the dating and courting process of another spirit? Because that's a lost art.
Right. First, you need to get in touch and court your own spirit. You need to identify who you are. And if I ask you who you are and you tell me what your degree is, you tell me what you drive, you tell me where you live, you tell me where you work, you've told me nothing about you. So when you do the work, and it is work, to go inward and find out who you are, that's when you are ready to engage another person at a soul level. A lot of people leave this earth without having engaged that process, and that's okay.
You'll be back.
You'll be back.
You'll be back.
You'll be back. You'll be back.
That's a round trip ticket to come right on back.
It certainly is. So, seeing someone from a soul level, you have to be able to see yourself from a soul level. And sometimes people come into our lives, particularly people, I want to find my soulmate, my twin. Shh.
No, you don't.
That's a lot of pain. That's a lot of work.
Right.
You know? But when you do, the purpose of the soulmate is not so that you can feel good. It's so that you can be triggered into being awake. And it's not about, well, I can only look into the soul of someone who has done the work like I do. That's not the case. Sometimes you being in the presence of the person, soulmate, triggers them to wake up. And there may be an opportunity for you to be together in the way that you want, but then they do have to do their work.
Right. And now this is the part that bothers me. So I'm listening to you, and I can feel the judgment in the airwaves. Oh, this is that woo-woo spiritual talk. But
yes,
if a clinician sits you down and say, hey, you got to get on the process of individuation. Carl Jung talked about merging the shadow with your mask. This is the same stuff. It's just different terminology, but it's the same process. Where do you think Carl Jung got it from?
Right.
Come on now. They didn't create nothing new.
Right.
They just claimed authorship of it. Individuation is the same as being awake, is the same as going through the dark night of the soul, is the same as going inside and wrestling with the parts of yourself you don't approve of. I got a question for you. Is demanding devotion from others? Oh my goodness, this...
Demanding devotion from others. That's a whole nother topic.
You know, people be demanding, I need you to show up this way. I need you to act this way. My wounds have told me these are the things I need. In demanding devotion from others, are we actually outsourcing our own self-abandonment?
Yes, but demanding from another is where you got it messed up, right? Even asking someone what it is you want, ultimately allowing the person to be themselves is the way to go. And then when you allow a person, then those two vibrations can bring you into alignment or out of alignment.
Wait, hold on. I don't know if y'all listening. So you telling me the essence of unconditional love, which most people don't think is real, unconditional love is really allowing? Wait, when we come forward, the voice of reason, Lord have mercy, we gonna finish this bonfire.
Is it good to you? More Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams when we come forward.
Yo, it's Zoe Williams, the VOR, and I know you're tired of pretty gems with pretty lies, where people seem to scroll more than they sweat. Well, it's time to level up. Welcome to Huff and Puff, where excuses die and champions rise. Smack dab at 1221 North La Brea on the corner of Fairview. This ain't a photo shoot, it's a battleground. Certified achievers in the game. Trainers who grind with you, not post pictures beside you. Whether you're chasing your next personal record or just trying to outrun your past, this is your sanctuary of sweat. No mirrors, no filters, no fluff, just pain, passion, and purpose. Stop talking, start training, huff hard, puff loud, be legendary. Where folks go to war with their weaknesses. Huff and Puff.
So many things, big and little, make you uniquely you. Your hobbies, dreams, career, family, and more. Addiction to drugs, including opioids and stimulants, can strip these away from you. Recover your life. Choose treatment for drug addiction and get back to what matters most. Find a provider and proven treatment option that's right for you at choosechangeca.org. Recover you.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580, connecting you with services and solutions. The Autopsy Initiative provides a second autopsy free of charge for victims' families who have lost their loved ones due to a police-related death. The services offered through the initiative include the completion of a second autopsy, disclosure of preliminary findings, and a final autopsy report. A police-related death is when an individual is harmed by police officers using deadly force, which results in an individual's death. Police-related death death includes in-custody deaths, including those that arise during contact with law enforcement officers during arrest, pursuit, booking, transport, or incarceration. The Autopsy Initiative has a team of board-certified pathologists on call. An autopsy request may be completed by anyone with a close relationship with the victim, which may include the victim's spouse, partner, relative, close friend, or lawyer. To request a free second autopsy for a victim of police violence, please visit knowyourrightscamp.com. That's knowyourrightscamp.com. Then click on Autopsy, then click on Request. At KBLA, we believe in justice for victims of police violence. We say their names, and we don't black down. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
You know you want some more. It's the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
Have you ever seen someone's elaborate self-care Sunday on social media? Face masks, journaling, yoga, and thought, I guess I should be doing that. Or maybe you've tried to prioritize self-care, but life gets busy and suddenly it's been weeks. Then comes the guilt, like you're failing at taking care of your mental health. Let's reset that idea. Real self-care isn't about spa days. It's about how you train your brain to stay resilient through short, repeatable actions that fit into real life. I'm Dr. Tracy Marks, a psychiatrist, and I make mental health education videos to help you strengthen your mind, fortify your brain, and build resilience. We've covered how morning routines, evening rituals, and even hydration support brain function. Today, we're closing the loop by looking at how to embed brain-supporting self-care into your day as micro moments, not more to-dos. Self-care from a brain health perspective means helping your nervous system regulate itself. Think of it as maintenance for your brain's operating system. Your brain toggles between two modes, go mode and restore mode, and you need both. But too much go mode without a reset, that's when burnout builds. So enter the vagus nerve. It's your body's calm down command center. This nerve runs from your brain to your heart, lungs, and gut. It's the core of your parasympathetic nervous system, your rest and digest mode. When vagal tone is strong, your nervous system can downshift from stress to calm more easily. Better vagal tone means better recovery, better sleep, and less overwhelm. And here's the best part. You can strengthen your vagal tone with small, consistent habits. These micro-regulation moments are your training ground. Each time you pause to breathe or check in with your body, you're rewiring your brain toward emotional stability. Think of it as mental muscle memory. Let's look at how to use these micro moments throughout your day.
Hey, listen. Dr. Tracy don't play. Oh, you're going to get information and insight from a psychiatrist, from psychologists, from spiritualists. We got a super spiritualist in the building right now, and I'm 100% on board. I'm excited. Spiritual advisor Precious McGill is in the building. Now, I hear that people on the KBLA YouTube page is asking for her information. Well, her website is withprecious.com. Withprecious.com. And then Your IG is
Phenomenal Change.
Phenomenal Change.
Yes, Phenomenal Change.
Love it, love it, love it. I want you guys to support. Now, let's get to the phone lines. People want to talk to you.
Okay.
Are you ready to talk to these people?
I'm ready.
Houston, Texas is on the board first. Attila Phillips from Houston, Texas. What are your thoughts on tonight's topic? And do you have a question for Miss Precious?
Man, first of all, I'm loving the vibe. Miss Precious, thank you so much for coming in. I am excited. I'm super excited. I just want to point out something. Did y'all notice anything about these clips, Unc?
The clips is crazy right now, but I see you. I'm not as triggered as I normally am, but I see you. You have a little pattern going here, right? You got a little
What's
pattern.
the pattern? What you see?
You're like the doing of things. Like the last one was about, your ritual, your makeup ritual and all of that. You're like, nah, it ain't about what you do. It's about being. It's about being present. And I've noticed that is a through line in all of these clips.
This is facts. And even better, these are all black women. I wanted to do something that I felt would really touch us in the heart, right, as black women, because of the things that we experience in everyday life. And I don't necessarily have a question for you, Precious, in particular, but I did hear that you are an excellent reader of energy.
Thank you.
And so,
I'm trying to tell you. You better ask a question. You better find a question.
And so I guess if I could come up with a question, it would be, where do I go from here? I will give you a little insight. I did just quit my job because it was pressing my nerves. But I think that there's something bigger in me that I need to open up and share with the world, and I have no idea where to start.
Well, the interesting thing is you just mentioned the theme of all the clips that were the intro, outro, right? And the theme was being present. That's where you go. That's where you go. Because communicating with spirit is a still small voice. This is something that throughout time, different religions, is reflected because you have to be present in order to hear it, and you have to be still. So that's the first thing that I would recommend you do. It's kind of like a person that takes care of plants, right? The same attunement that is required to keep a plant alive is very much like the same energy you need in order to hear the spirit. Being still, being present, noticing what's happening. And so from that space, make the journey inward. Here's the beautiful thing about that. You don't need to know how. You just need to be willing and to be present. And then allow for the emergence of what your next step is. Particularly if you said you left your job or you lost your job.
She left.
I left.
If you left, okay. So if you left, there was something inside of you that gave you the energy to be able to quit, right?
Yes.
Okay. So there's a knowing there in the spirit. So be still. Allow for the emergence.
You mean it's going to whisper in your spirit?
Right on up in there.
Hey, come here. Let me.
Well, you don't, for spiritual listening, it does not require ears.
Ooh.
There's a different type of listening. It comes up in awareness or sudden inclination. But you definitely have to be able to be still to be attuned to that. Because if you're willing to quit your job, your good black job, that means something bold is moving inside of you, right?
100%. I mean, it's funny you say that because Unc and I always laugh. I have like 11 jobs, right? So quitting this one job was not like the end all be all. But I guess what I'm struggling with is seeing the 3D current situation, which is I feel like every time I make a move to choose me, there's like a roadblock. And it's so frustrating like every time. And I'm like, what is that?
Thank God for the roadblock. Because it's signaling you're going in the wrong direction. God is the source and the supply. And so over-identifying with the 3D may be what spirit is trying to steer you away from. So being still really is it. And believe me, I know I've jumped off a couple of cliffs myself.
Come on, cliff jumping. I've been there.
Look, skydiving, cliff jumping.
all
I'm
that.
like, oh no. And it took me so much to really even like leave that job because, you know, there is this like perception of me within my family that like, oh, you don't like structure. And it's like, no, it's not that. I have a vision for my life. And to be honest, I feel like, you know, I just struggle getting there, like putting the pieces together. And I don't like asking for help. That's another thing. Like, Unc could tell you. He could tell you all this. Yeah. Y'all can have a whole seminar. It would be true.
But, niece, can I ask you one question?
Yes.
Guess what you just did?
How about Houston in the building?
Houston, Texas is in the building. I hope my homegirl Precious helped you out. You have no idea. I be turning her on all kind of people. Now we turning her on to the audience. If you want to bring your city in the building, all you got to do is call me at 1-800-920-1580. When we come forward, we got Atlanta, Oakland, and Carson in the building. Let's get it.
Same old schoolboy gang got you into this mess. Hey, son, you better get on back to town. Face the sad old truth, the dirty law down.
KBLA 1580 Santa Monica.
I'm Amber Payton with BIN News Now. President Trump now says he will not deploy the National Guard to Chicago despite recent threats. Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker and Chicago's Black Mayor Brandon Johnson had pushed back